All right, this is part two. Yeah, so my deal with Amazon, I can do 62.38. Because I think I'm being 60/40. I'm being way too generous, man. I says Amazon, the only reason why Amazon's making that kind of money is because of me and VJ, man. So I'll give them 38% of my money. 62.38 is a deal. Or 70. I think 70/30 is a fair deal, man. Because like Amazon is, I'm being way too generous. Like, Amazon's taking all my money, man. All me and VJ's money, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing though. If I end up taking 70/30, I'm not going any higher than 0.6% for the actors and John Favreau. I'll give how it worked for John Favreau, I'll give him 0.1% instead of 0.2 because now that I'm making 70, the 0.1% is pretty much the amount of money he's making for his 0.2% for the 61%. You know what I'm saying? It makes up for it, obviously. But no, I'm not gonna do Amazon like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man of my word. I changed the contract a little bit, but my final offer is 62.38. Okay, VJ, you think 62.38 is a fair deal? Ivan, that's a fair deal. Yeah, we're gonna make our billions. Well, Amazon, like, I'm not gonna let Amazon take a big chunk of my money, man. I take 62, you take 38. That's a good deal for Amazon. 1% is an extra $500 million for me and VJ. It's a nice paycheck for me and VJ. So me and VJ will make, I don't know, 33.5 instead of 33. We make an extra every 1% is an extra $500 million in royalties. Around there, right? 500 million around there. Peter Jackson taking 0.6, that's 200. Yeah, it's about 400 million, 450 million in royalties, 1%. So me and VJ will make an extra $450 million for ourselves for this if we take an extra 2%. So my final offer for Amazon is what? Is 62.38. That's my final deal for Amazon. Me and VJ signed a massive deal with Amazon, obviously. A massive contract for the merch. You take 62 for, you take 32, 38 for the merch, and we take 62. Me and VJ take 62. That's a deal. Amazon, somebody, oh, it's a deal. If they try to get more money, I'm like, guys, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm generous enough to even, you're not even worth 38% of my money. I should be giving you 30% of the pie, but I'm nice enough to give you 38% of the pie because me and VJ have the keys. Because I have the keys, I can make my easy play-ins. I am nice enough to share some of my wealth with you guys and give you 38% of. Me and VJ are still taking most of the pie. Don't hate us, Amazon. We're taking most of the pie, obviously, but like I'm nice enough to give you 38% of the pie. That's a good deal for Amazon. My deal is 62, but something tells me Amazon might get greedy and they might want 50. I'm like, look, man, like you think I'm stupid? Like the only reason why you're making this kind of money, guys, is because of me and VJ's keys. Hence why the deal when I sign that contract with Amazon, I'm gonna have my web as my legal advisor write everything, write the whole contract down. Okay, only release it on 4K Blu-ray, no DVD, no. I'm gonna like part of the contract only release it on 4K Blu-ray. I don't want that DVD or Blu-ray stuff. No, I want 4K. I want movies top notch. You see what I'm saying? No hidden fees. Obviously, I don't want Amazon charging me some bullshit 99% referral fee, and all of a sudden they take. I don't know. Amazon charges what? Amazon charges me a $1 referral fee, and they take like $700, $800 of my money. I mean, no way. No. You get your flat 38%. I get my flat 60%. Me and VJ get a flat 62%. That's the deal. I'm going to be very, very strict. That's the fucking deal, man. You see what I'm saying? That's the deal. You take your 38% of the merch. I take my 62% of the profits. You take your 38. Me and VJ take our 62% for the movie film box office. You get your 38. That's my deal. As you're never gonna make this money for any other product. You're not gonna make this money for your Rings of Power show, and you put $1 billion towards your Rings of Power. Guys, the amount of money you're making for my fucking movie, you're making 10. I don't know. You're gonna make your I don't know your $40 billion for my fucking merchant movies. With that money, you can easily fund all your shows for your Amazon Studios company. Obviously, you can easily what give your employees a raise. Jeff Bezos is gonna pocket tens of billions for himself. Pocket 20, 25 billion for himself. Yeah, I gave Jeff Bezos a good deal. Hence why I think 62.38 is me being a bit too generous, man. Because Jeff Bezos is taking like all my fucking money, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. He's pocketing like a good show. Yeah, Ivan. Jeff Bezos is pocketing but here's the thing though, Amazon is in over 100 countries. and they can distribute. They have the capacity to distribute movies to millions, hundreds of millions of people around the world, and they have huge costs. But but they're going to make their tens of billions. No, I'll do 6238. I'll be generous. I'm a man of my word. 6238 is my final offer for Amazon. You know what I'm saying? VJ be like, Ivan, that's a good deal. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Ivan, Ivan, you're being a bit too generous, but at the same time, we have the keys. We can make our easy billions. Yes, VJ, we have the keys. We're gonna make our easy billions. We're still taking the good chunk of the pie, obviously, but Amazon's taking a good chunk of the pie too. Both parties benefit. See what I'm saying? In other words, even though I'm greedy, guys, I'm not cheap. I'm very generous. I'm willing to give Jeff Bezos 38% of my money. As Jeff Bezos would never give me 38% of money. He would probably, if all these people, if you were in my shoes, you'd probably do like 75-25 or something like that. 70-30 or something like that, because we live in a greedy world. Yeah, Peter Jackson, you're crazy. You're giving Amazon 38% of your money? Well, I'm not going to tell Peter Jackson the deal I signed for Amazon. It's none of his business, as he can get envious, obviously. There's a high chance my legal advisor and accountant might tell Peter Jackson the contract I signed. Yeah, Ivan and VJ signed a massive deal with Amazon, and Peter Jackson's like, what's the deal? Yeah, Ivan and VJ take 62% of the profits, and Amazon takes 38%. Peter Jackson's like, Ivan and VJ take 62% of all that money? Holy shit, they signed a massive contract. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Peter Jackson's taking 0.6% of that. And because I'm now taking 62%, Peter Jackson will make like 220, 225 instead of 200, instead of 198. He'll make like 220 around there in royalties, Peter Jackson. But Peter Jackson will probably make around that 350, 360 million range. Because guaranteed more than 700 million people are going to order. Because Amazon's also in what? They're also in South America too. And a good like 100 million people in South America are going to order my movie in Spanish, obviously, right? They're going to order it, obviously. That's like 800 million. Yeah. 800 million, I'll make like maybe 35 billion, 36 billion around there. And Peter Jackson will make a bit more, maybe 350, 250, 240 million, 250 in royalties, and he makes with his $7 million salary. How much would it? My guess is Peter Jackson will make probably 340 plus, million in royalties. 350 million royalties he'll make for my movie. And Jon Favreau will make if I do 60%, Jon Favreau will make his 70 plus million now, obviously. And Dave Filoni will make his like 30, 40 plus million. And Scarlett Johansson and all them will make like their 30 plus million. Because like The Great Escape will gross less than Zanus. Zanus will be the biggest box office out of all my 5 movies. All my other movies I'm selling for $100. But but I told you, even the bigger A actors, if they take 0.1%, they're going to be making on average $30 million in royalties around there. Obviously. Because I'm now taking 62% of the pie, that's more money for the actors because it's a higher profit margin. See what I'm saying? As the actors will make so John Boyega will make like instead of 3.3, he will make what? He will make like 3.4, 3.5 million. Avon Georgia will make like 3.5 million in royalties. But that's if 700 million people buy it. If more people buy it, if 900 million people buy it, they'll make closer to 4 million around there. 4 million around there. But my guess is John Boyega and Avon Georgia will make around that 4 plus million in royalties. 3 million is me being humble. They're gonna make like 4 plus million royalties, man. They have to say John Boyega signed a fat like $13 million contract, man. $13 million contract, yeah, man. And Avon Georgia signed his fat like $8 million contract. You know what I'm saying? And Danielle Minette signed her fat $7 million contract. You know what I'm saying? All the actors are making their rich. Like John Boyega got his nice $8.9 million money, which is about $3 million after taxes. I don't know where John Boyega. I think John Boyega lives in America. If John Boyega lives in America, he'll make like $3.4 million after taxes. And he also made his $4 million. His $4 million off what? Off the royalties, obviously. That's like another million plus, million 4 plus, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna make John Boyega will make probably about he's gonna make his 4 plus million in after taxes and the rates in royalties. 4 plus million he'll make. Avon Georgia will make his like 4 plus million too. Obviously. And don't forget these actors also get their $2,000 royalty check. And they also get their like $200,000 worth of speaking fees, man. Yeah, man. As I'm gonna charge all the venues for speaking, man, for all my movies. Yeah, these actors are gonna strike it rich. Yeah, biggest movie contract ever for an entire cast, man. As no cast in history has ever made this kind of money consistently. No, man. In Hollywood, how it works is only like 2-3 people make a lot of money. I believe the highest paid cast in movie history was Avengers. I heard a lot of the actors in Hollywood for Avengers made a lot of money, but even then, it's not the kind of money I'm paying as actors. I heard Robert Downey Jr. made $100 million for Avengers Endgame and Infinity War. You know what I'm saying? And I heard what? I heard Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, and what? And what's his name? Chris Hemsworth made like 15 to 20 million bucks. And Chris Evans and Scarlett Johansson made like 15, 20 million, but they didn't get a piece of the royalties. Whereas Chris Hemsworth made his 15 million, he got like 76 million for the two movies, I heard, in royalties. So it's fat contract, obviously. Whereas everyone else got their shitty money. They probably got their 1 million, 2 million, 800 grand. You know what I'm saying? Avengers, I believe, was the highest paid cast in movie history, I believe, for a movie. But even their salaries does not compete with the Zane's actor salaries in terms of on average in terms of the consistent millions. It's not as big as how much I'm paying the Zane's actors. As only like, I don't know, 5 guys in that movie made a lot of money. Everyone else got shittier money. They got like 3 million. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. The contract I signed for the Zane's actors in terms of like all the actors' consistent millions, it's even bigger than even the Avengers salaries. As only like 4 people made a lot of money, and everyone else got their shittier money. They're $2 million. Whereas all my 15 stars guys are making they're like $7+ million guys. $7+ million. Yeah, man. You see what I'm saying? They're all making their good money, obviously. So now that I'm taking home 62%, the actors are all going to make a bit more for the royalties, obviously. Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni will make like maybe 37 million, 38. Jon Favreau will make like 70 million in royalties. The fat contract they signed, yeah, man. That's why I'm easily going to be able to grab John and Dave from Hollywood, man. Yeah, fuck Hollywood. I'm working for Ivan, man. Like, Ivan owns his high-tech company, like Incredibles, like a $100 million jet with a GPS. I might renovate my jet. Okay, VJ, let's buy a $100 million jet. At a $60 million jet, we put like $20 million into renovations, and we pimp it out with like a GPS, like Incredibles. Yeah, let's do that, Ivan. We renovate the jet. We hire a best renovation company. They renovate our jet. We pimp it out. Yeah, we can easily afford it. We can even pimp out our yacht if we want to. Okay, VJ, we can buy the $50 million yacht and pimp it out with pimp out the deck, pimp it out with speakers, pimp out the exterior. We can pimp it out more if we want. Put like $5 million towards renovations and pimp out our yacht. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna completely pimp out my studio office, something like Wayne Tech. The payment system, $600K towards the payment system, something like Wayne Tech's technology. My company will blow out of the water. Yeah, man. Me and VJ are gonna be rich like Batman. VJ, me and you are gonna be rich like Batman in the comics. You know how Batman's worth like 80 billion bucks? Yeah, we're gonna be rich like Batman, man. Fucking loaded. We're gonna make our 70 billion, 65 billion, 66 billion off Zanus, obviously, for the merchant movie, obviously. And me and VJ now have like $90 billion in our bank, and we're rich like VJ. I'm not kidding around, man. Me and you are gonna be fucking loaded, man. Do the math, VJ. $160 times $700+ million is $112 billion. After taxes, that's $70 billion. 62% of what? Of what? 62% of 70 billion is like 43 billion. 42.5 billion. Because 1% is like an extra $400 million, right? $62.4 billion. $42.4 billion we made. And then the $30 cost cuts it down to 35, 34, 33. Around, $33 around there. $34, yeah. I guarantee you, all you Hollywood actors, when I told you those figures, you guys were shocked. Holy shit! Ivan's math. We thought Ivan would only make like one, two. Before I thought me and VJ would only make like a couple $1 billion, man, off the movie, like 2, 3, 4, 5 billion. No, and the moment I made that video, VJ was shocked. Holy shit, Ivan, we're gonna make that much money off the movie? Yes, sweetie, we're gonna make like 65, $70 million off Zanis, man, for the movies and the merch. Yeah, and we're gonna make like $40 billion for off all our other movies. Yeah, man, movies are gonna be loaded, man. Yeah, man. And that's why Peter Jackson Yak is gonna strike it rich. They signed a fat contract, obviously. Yeah, man. Signed a fat contract. Keanu Reeves will make most likely about 80 million for my movie around there. $190 million is probably unlikely. He'll probably make, the only way he'll make 100 million is if like a billion people buy it, but something tells me less than a billion, probably 900 million. If 900 people buy it, he'll make like 85, 87 million in royalties, Keanu Reeves. Around there. With his $59.5 million salary and bonuses for my Grayscape movie. So Keanu Reeves will make his what? His 130 million plus deal he signed. For which is more than what he makes in Hollywood. Yeah, man. And Ben Affleck and them are going to sign mostly like, I don't know, 75, $80 million deal around there. They're going to sign Ben Affleck and Scarlett Johansson. Fat contract, man. Yeah, man. Bigger, more money than what they even make in Hollywood. Yeah, my company's going to blow out of the water, obviously. But I told you, even though these actors are going to make a lot of money, man, the amount of money they're making is pocket change compared to how much me and Weege are making. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to keep saying that. The amount of money they're making is it's peanuts. Yeah, even though we made a lot of money, Ivan and VJ gave us peanuts. They only gave us 1% of their money. Yeah, I'm only dividing 1% with the actors. For Zetas, I'm going a bit over. I'm going a bit over what? I'm going a bit over 1%. Obviously, but because I'm now taking 62%. Me and VJ are gonna take our 60.8%, whatever it is. In 60, sorry, not 60.8, 61.8. Me and VJ are taking now. Instead of 59.8, see what I'm saying? We're taking 60.8. Sorry, we're taking 60.8 instead of what? Instead of what? Is my math off here? 62%, 1%. No, we're taking 61.8. No, sorry, we're taking 60.8. Me and VJ instead of 59.8. So because there's something that really pisses me off about taking less than 60%. It really pisses me off to know that we're only taking 59.8. Amazon took like 39, and the actors took no. That's why I want to do 62.38. Me and VJ will make our 60.8%, obviously, and the rest is split with the actors. Now that I'm taking 61. So now that I'm taking 62%, I don't mind going a tiny bit over 1%. Like, I don't mind going like, I don't know, 0.1, 0.2% over 1%. My point is, I'm not going any higher than 1% for the actors. If Keanu Reeves' agent gets cocky, Ivan, what about 1%? I'm like, guys, man, you think I'm fucking stupid? If you think I'm going to give Keanu Reeves $400 million of my money, you're crazy. As he's ripped me off, he's not worth that. He's worth a nice 0.3% and a nice, $85 million. He's worth that, obviously. He's worth the money in the sense that I'm now giving him 1% of my money. But in reality, none of these actors are worth my royalties. But in that sense, he's worth a nice 0.3%. But I'm not going any higher than that for Keanu Reeves. That's good enough for him. We'll say, all right, it's a deal. You know what I'm saying? You're giving me, a nice $85, $90 million worth of royalties, and you gave me a nice bonus, paid me a nice salary. You gave me a good deal, Ivan. Yeah, I gave him a good deal. Ivan, it's a deal, and he signs his massive contract. He's happy, you know what I'm saying? And what? And Scarlett Johansson and Ben Affleck signed their massive, like, 80 million, 70, 80 million deal. But there's a high chance Scarlett Johansson might get greedy and ask for 0.2. I'm like, Scarlett, I'm not paying you 0.2. I need to create room to pay Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni their royalties. I need to also create room to pay my 17 and the directors and the composer. It's not just about you. I also have to give the small A-listers a piece of royalties. I need to create room. 0.1% is good enough, Scarlett Johansson. That's like $30 million in. You're gonna make, I don't know, $30 million in royalties for my movie, with your 47.5. What? Salary and bonuses. That's a good deal for you. You know what I'm saying? Even without the rates, even what? Even without the what? even without the royalties, I'm still easily beating out Hollywood. As I know, I told you, most bigger A-listers get like 12, 15 million, 20 million for the movies, guys. And I just offered Keanu Reeves $59.5 million for my movie. It's a good deal. Obviously. I know I'm doing it. If you give the actors a piece of the royalties, they're gonna work harder for you. Hence why I'm gonna up my royalty amount to 62%. That way me and VJ take our nice 60.8 instead of taking 59.8, because 59.8 pisses me off. Me and VJ take our nice 60.8 million. Yeah, we take home our nice $60.8 million in royalties. Well, me and VJ will make an extra $400 million for ourselves. 62% is an extra $400 million for me and VJ. That's a nice paycheck for me and VJ, yeah. We're taking home a nice fucking payday, man. Me and VJ, man, we're taking home a nice payday, you know what I'm saying? A nice paycheck. But Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, they benefited. They took home their nice honor. Jon Favreau makes his nice $70 million off Zanus. 70, 75, $80 million off Zanus. And for The Great Escape, he'll make like his, I don't know, 50 maybe? Around there, Jon Favreau, for The Great Escape. He won't make as much. He'll make like 50 million in royalties, Jon Favreau, for The Great Escape. But he's still a good deal. He made his nice 34 signing bonus, his rich yearly salary. And don't forget, Jon Favreau and all of them in my 17 get $100,000 raises too for their yearly salaries. I'm not going to raise their bonus amount, no, because I'm giving you a piece of the profit. I'm not raising your bonus amount, but I'll raise your salary, your yearly salary, by $100,000, which is nice. That's $60,000. You're $60,000 richer for every movie contract. You're $60,000 richer every year for the contract of each movie. It's a nice paycheck, yeah, man. But I'm no longer giving Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni or the Russo brothers, whoever I hire, or my 7 team a retirement package, because they're now getting a piece of the pie. Okay, the secretaries are getting, the secretaries are getting their $4 million in royalties for Zanus. And they're gonna make, they're gonna make their, maybe $2 million in royalties for The Great Escape. $2.3 million in royalties for The Great Escape. They'll make less, obviously. I'm not giving you a retirement package anymore, because you're now reaping off, you're now benefiting off my success. I gave you a small, tiny piece, you know what I'm saying? Don't hate me. Of the pie was me and Vito taking all the money, obviously. What? It's fair. Obviously. It's fair, obviously. That's why my companies don't blow out of the water, man. Especially the Zanus actors. The Zanus actors are all making their consistent rich, like, millions, man. The Great Escape, like, Keanu Reeves don't sign bigger deals, obviously. But in terms of the consistency of the salaries, even the Great Escape actors are not making as much as the Zanus actors. Because I'm only paying, like, Keanu Reeves, Scarlett Johansson, Ben Affleck, the big contracts. John Krasinski, Paul Bettany, and the other like two small actors, and everyone else are getting their shittier salary. The biggest actors are going to get their 2.7, 3 million. Don't hate me, guys. They don't get squat, and the minor actors get their $250,000, $300,000 salaries. You know what I'm saying? Whereas all the Zanus actors are getting, like 15 of them are getting their consistent millions, and they're getting a piece of the royalties. Yeah. The Zanus contract will be the biggest contract ever for an entire cast. In terms of the consistency of the salaries, biggest contract ever for an entire cast. As all of them are making like the rich millions, man. Rich millions, something crazy, yeah, man. But I guarantee you, when Peter Jackson's in that room with me, if I'm speaking hypothetically, if I hire him, because I might hire Mel Gibson over him. Don't hate me, Peter Jackson. If Peter Jackson's in that room, and he what? I'm cutting my nails here, guys. If you hear the noise, you gotta excuse the noise. If Peter Jackson's in that room, when I sign all those Zanus actors the second year, obviously, after I sign all the, once the 2 weeks are up, and I flew in all the stars, and all them, even the minor characters will be shocked by how much I'm paying them. You know what I'm saying? Peter Jackson will be like, holy shit, Ivan, you're giving all your major stars of your movie a piece of the pie, Ivan? Holy shit, Ivan, you're fucking generous. I would never do that. You know what I'm saying? Peter Jackson, Ivan, you're fucking crazy. I would never do that. I would take the whole 62%. Peter Jackson, Ivan, I would never give Amazon 38% of my money. I would give them like 30%, 25% of my money, and I would never pay all the actors the rich millions and give them a piece of my money. No. I would never do that. I'll take the whole 62%, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Peter, I'm not you. I'm not greedy like you. You know what I'm saying? You're not me, Peter. Don't hate me. You don't have the keys, obviously. Peter, I want the actors to work harder for me. I want them to be invested in my movie. If you give them a small, tiny, little tiny piece, obviously, of the pie, they're going to work harder for me, Peter. They're going to work harder for you. And you're going to get better acting than what you even got for your actors in Lord of the Rings. See what I'm saying? But even though I'm giving the actors a piece of the royalties, I'm not fucking stupid, man. If you think I'm going to give you like 0.2% when you're like, if you think I'm going to give, so there's a high chance Yvonne, Jose, and all of them might get cocky, and they might even try and ask for 0.5. I'm like, guys, their agents might get cocky. I'm like, guys, you're not even worth my fucking royalties. I'm just nice enough to give you a piece of the pie. 0.01 is good enough. You're walking with, I don't know, $3.5 million, $3.5 to $4 million in royalties. That's a good paycheck, man. It's a good paycheck. That's how much what? That's how much A-listers make in Hollywood for their fucking salary for the whole movie, man. I'll give you a good deal. I paid you a rich salary, and I gave you a small, tiny piece of the pie. A nice $3.5, $4 million, $4.2 million in royalties. A nice $10 million in royalties. A nice $7 million in royalties. $8 million in royalties. A nice 16, 17, 18 million in royalties. Ariana Grande is going to make probably like 18, 16 plus million in royalties. She's going to make Ariana Grande. She signed a massive deal, but her agent might get cocky and try and ask for 0.1. I'm like, okay, I'm going to be very strict here. Ariana Grande may be a big celebrity actor, celebrity singer, obviously, but she's not a big actor. She's not worth 0.1%. She's a supporting character for my movie. Because Ariana Grande's agent might get pissed off. Okay, why are you paying Ariana Grande less than Don Cheadle and Idris Elba? She's bigger than them, Ivan. Yes, she's bigger than them. She's a bigger celebrity, but she's not a bigger actor. And she's a supporting character. She doesn't contribute as much of the role, as much as guys like, you know what I'm saying? As much as some of the other actors. Well, she contributes to the role just as much as them, obviously. But Belle is a supporting character. She's not as major as what? As Maramis. Maramis is a bit more major than Belle. Well, they're just as major. They're both supporting characters. But for the role of Belle, she's not worth any more than... Ariana Grande is a B-list actor. She's a B-list actor, rising star. She's not an A-list actor. She's an A-list singer. She's a bigger celebrity than all those guys. Okay, fine. I'll give her 0.05. Ivan, Ariana Grande is bigger than all these guys by a long shot. Okay, fine. To keep you happy, Ariana Grande, how does 0.05% of the profits up? Ivan, it's a deal. You know what I'm saying? She accepts my deal, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Ariana Grande, you're going to make your $16 plus million in royalties for my movie. Perhaps even 20. Because if 900 million people buy my movie, Ariana Grande will make like almost $20 million in royalties, excluding her $5 million salary. You see what I'm saying? How my company blows how out of the water? Biggest movie contract ever for an entire cast. Don Cheadle signed his $10 million deal. And I'm giving him 0.03, which is like $9 million in royalties. But that's if 700 will buy it. Chances are 900 will buy it. If 900 will buy it, he's making like $22 million, and he signed like a $22 million deal. Yeah, man. My company blows out of the water. I just outboyed him and said I paid him 12.5. You know what I'm saying? He signed 0.02, obviously, the profit. That's like 6.6 million. Obviously, if 700 million will buy it. If 900 will buy it, he'll make closer to that 9-10 million range. And he signed, Idris Elba also signed like a 20 plus million dollar deal he signed. They all signed fat contracts. Yeah, man. Hollywood can't afford this, man. Biggest movie contract ever for an entire cast. Yeah, man. Biggest movie contract ever. And hence why Zane's will be the best story ever told. And hence why these actors are going to work harder for me than what those Lord of the Rings actors even. These actors fans are going to pour their heart and soul into the character, man. They're going to work their asses off. Because they know they're going to strike it rich, man. They're going to walk away with millions in the bank, man. They signed a massive contract, man. Yeah. But if John Boyega's agent and Yvonne George's agent and Danielle Minette's agent and the actor for Sirius Eli Cornelius' agent get cocky and they ask for 0.03, I'm like, guys, you're not even worth my fucking royalties. I'm just nice enough to give you a small piece of the pie. I'm not going any higher than 0.01 as you're not even worth my royalties. But I'm nice enough to give you a small, tiny piece, I'm saying, don't hate me, of the pie. Obviously, alright, it's a deal. 0.01's good enough. You know what I'm saying? That's a couple for your movie. That's millions. Yeah, 0.01 for my movie is a couple $1 million in your bank. Is a couple $1 million worth of royalties. $4, $5 million worth of royalties, man. That's how much A-list actors make for a fucking movie in Hollywood, and that's how much I'm giving you for a piece of the pie, excluding your rich salary. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, man. The amount of money I'm paying John Boyega is more money than how much guys like Oscar Isaac and Adam Driver made for their fucking movies. Garrett, the contract John Boyega signed is a bigger contract than Oscar Isaac's Dune contract and Oscar Isaac's Star Wars contract. Oscar Isaac probably only made $2 million for Star Wars. 2 million, 3 million. He's pretty big. He probably made maybe 2.5, 3 million for Star Wars. Oscar Isaac, and then John Boyega got his shitty, I don't know, 1 million, 1.5 million for Star Wars around there. He got Daisy really got her shitty $1.5 million. You know what I'm saying her? Yeah. Whereas John Boyega signed a massive, like, I don't know, $13 million deal. 12, $13 million deal he signed. You know what I'm saying? He made $9 million pretty much for his salary, and he made like $3 to $4 million in royalties. For what? 3, 4, $5 million in royalties. John Boyega's going to sign that 12, 13, $14 million deal for my company. It's a fat contract. He's walking away with a nice, like, I don't know, $4 to $5+ million in his bank after taxes and the rates. It just depends where he lives. If he lives in London, he'll make less. But even with the rates, he's still walking away with like $4+ million in his bank. It's a fat paycheck in the bank, man. You can do a lot of things with that money. Buy a nice Ferrari, buy your nice Porsche, yeah. Buy your nice $1 million condo, $1 million house, $1.5 million condo per yourself. Easily afford it. Yeah. Buy his nice clothes. Obviously, right? Yeah. They all signed massive deals, man. And even Peter Jackson reached a shock. He'll be like, Ivan, you're being a bit too generous, man. You might give him like, Ivan, I think you're being a bit too generous. You know what I'm saying? Peter Jackson told me, Ivan, you're being a bit too generous. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You gave me 0.6. You're giving Jon Favreau 0.2. Dave Filoni's, well, you won't know the contract Jon Favreau. I'm sorry, Ivan, you're giving all your actors a piece of the pie. You know what I'm saying? Like you're paying them, Ivan. You're already paying them more than enough, man. Like this is how much A.S. actors making Hollywood, Ivan. You don't need to give them a piece of your money, Ivan. You can't let people take advantage of Ivan. No, Peter. I know what I'm doing. I want to give them a piece of the pie, a tiny. Peter, it's just a tiny. Even Vijay will be like, Ivan, you're being a bit too generous. You're already paying the actors their millions that they don't even make in Hollywood. Like, you don't need to give them a piece of the pie, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're being a bit too generous, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Vijay, you're being greedy, man. Like, we can give them pieces of pie that way. What? That way the actors work double harder for you. That way you get better acting with them. They pour their heart and soul into the character, and they kill the role. They destroy the role. You know what I'm saying? But Vijay, I promise I'm only going to do this for Zanis. Zanis is a unique story. Hence why I want these actors to destroy the role. Hence why I want to give them a small, tiny piece. I'm saying the profits, obviously. Whereas for the Great Escape, I'm not doing that. For the Great Escape, I'm only giving the A-list actors a piece of the profits. Only the 7 A-list actors are going to get a piece of the profits for the Great Escape, and that's it. And my 7 team and directors, and all the B-list actors and Ryan stars don't get shit. They don't get squat for the Great Escape. I'm not going to let these guys take advantage of me, man. You know what I'm saying? Check my cab here.